the two, the one. Hey, everybody, we're live. Welcome to Habano Saturday. It's the 20th of June, 2026. And guess what? I'll be smoking a cigar today, and we'll discuss that right after this.
Welcome to Habano Saturday, the fastest growing cigar show on YouTube with over 100,000 subscribers. Come join us every Saturday live.
Ooh, oh, wow. This is like, oh, I'm going to be smoking here. I'm going to do a close-up, which I hate doing. I'm going to be smoking this Belinda. This is a like Belinda Carlisle. This is like a 1960 or 1970 Cuban cigar. And this isn't, and part of the, we're going to talk about today is cigars and lifestyle. And it really isn't, sometimes it's not about the cigar. Sometimes it's just about the company you keep. And I think a lot of people forget that. And so today I'm going to smoke this, which back in the day wasn't a premium cigar, wasn't whatever. It was just a cigar. And sometimes a cigar, as they say, is just a cigar. And there you have it. And now I'm going to, I'm not going to do the Usman snip. I'm going to light it up.
I'm keen to know what kind of sort of like aroma experience you have on the light.
Oh, aroma, sure.
Go for it.
I'm smelling it first. Oh, has a smell. Sure. Yeah, like I'm an aficionado or something.
Where are you, by the way? You look like you're in a sanatorium or something like that. There's a waiting room with a door behind you.
I am in my tent in Mongolia. I have a tent in Mongolia that I'm doing the cigar show from today, and I like it. Oh, here's a beauty.
You know, we do say just now, I mean, the title of your show is
Our show? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, your show is that it's not about cigars. My show might go off at a slight tangent because a buddy of mine, Zhao,
Mr. Three
cigar smoker, right?
Yes.
He was smoking or has been smoking or trying out the Padrons, the specific aged Padron.
Oh, the Padrones. Yes, I know those.
Yeah.
Is he doing the 90-year anniversary aged ones? Is that the one?
Something like that. You could be right. You could exactly be right.
I usually am. I know my cigar.
Apparent. So there was an observation. So we had a late evening smoke with Ruben.
The Ruben.
Last night, the night before, Ruben was in town for one evening.
Cheers to Ruben.
And at the end of the evening, like about midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, we found ourselves standing outside the Dorchester Hotel on Park Lane.
Yes.
And I had exhausted my cigar smoke by that point, and Zhao was sipping, and he sips on his cigars. He was sipping on this Padron. I said, let me have a sample. What the hell is it you're smoking, right? And this says a lot about a person. It says a lot about smoking. It says a lot about time and place and all those things. I thought that cigar was absolutely disgusting. Disgusting cigar, right? Okay. I couldn't quite understand. I kept looking at him and I couldn't quite understand because, as far as I'm concerned, he's a veritable Cuban cigar smoker, and we don't have to pick camps, but really, cigars are a bit like football teams, right? You go, you can enjoy football, but then you have your favorite teams and kind of thing, right? And I couldn't quite get it, right? And he said, well, Reza, that's because you are more of an aromatics person. On the Padron, you're not getting aromatics. All you're getting is boundless boom flavor.
Correct.
And that's what you need at the end of the day after having had steak and wine, etc., etc.
Yeah.
And I totally disagree with him. I think a shit cigar is a shit cigar. It doesn't matter when you have it. So much for
that sponsorship. No, Padron. Listen, Padron is a nice
one person's view. This is so. I'm not. One of the cool things is we don't espouse ourselves to be experts on it.
That is true.
Right? We're experienced. We have experience. We cannot put ourselves in the same camps as gentlemen like Aaron Sigmund. Or Mitchell Orchan, who's one of the top guys in if not one of the top guys in London, or AJ Patel. Well, these are people who've been in the industry. They've forgotten things that we have yet to learn, etc. But we all are on our individual cigar journeys, smoking journeys, etc. and my theme for the show is slightly different to your theme for the show. Mine has been triggered by the old school. I'm always searching for what is this old school way of smoking or old school lifestyle. A couple of articles by the aforementioned Aaron Sigmund have triggered me into revisiting that, which is what creativity does. Good
Right.
articles trigger you, or good artwork provokes you into a certain place. And it was this very Hemingway-esque meandering and wandering and eating and drinking and living life and cigars. And so this is a cigar show, right? But it's not
Yeah.
about cigars,
That's why I'm
because
smoking a
it's the same
cigar.
way a sentence is not about full stops or commas. A sentence is
Right.
about content, but you need the full stops and commas just to pace things out.
Right.
And so so I thought I would talk about a little bit what I think has been lost, what I think has changed, and some of the recent people I've met and cigars I've smoked
Okay.
that kind of reinforce that.
And we have a
So, but
comment,
first of
which
all,
is always nice.
a comment. First of all, how's the cigar, by the way, the lifestyle?
First of all, for being a 50-year-old cigar from Cuba, it is not bad. There's no real, how do I put it? There's no aroma to it. It's just a nice even smoke. So, and I like it. This gentleman is saying cigars have grown in popularity over the past couple of years. I don't know how old this gentleman or lady is. However, here's the problem with that statement. Back in the 80s, and I'm talking in the year 80, cigars were.
1980s.
Well, you sure we can go with that one? I was talking about the year 80 CE, or BCE, depending on my mood. But in the 80s, when I was on the street, as we like to say, that's Wall Street. Cigars were popular back then. I got into cigars back in the early 80s because of my grandfather. We've had this discussion. So they've grown in the last couple of years because, and this is what I think part of what we're going to talk about. I think people are doing it because they want to be on Instagram and go, look, I'm an influencer. I'm a this, I'm a that. And they don't have first knowledge.
Isn't that true for just about anything in life these days? I mean, social media has taken over in a big way, right? You see things that you would never have seen 10 years ago, right?
Well, I think to an extent, yes. But to another extent, as you and I have discussed on and off air, if it wasn't for the show, I wouldn't have an Instagram account. I'd be like, I could care less. Like, I would smoke my cigars and be very happy, and I keep my little bands in a big jar, and I'm good. Because of the show, and because of the way the world is, you have to put out content every 15 seconds, or apparently it's not real. So
but
has
it increased your enjoyment? Has it
for cigars
widened the scope of your enjoyment? Let's put it that way. Yeah.
No, because I mean, I have friends like you and mates like you that I can talk to about cigars, and that's my enjoyment. Me looking at a picture of a cigar on Instagram, I'm like, okay. I'm not that guy. I'm not the, oh, there's a cool picture, I should try a cigar. It's more of, I spoke to so-and-so, perfect example, and you're welcome, El Septimo, the Emperor Yao, right? You told me to try an Emperor Yao 3 years ago, and like, I'm hooked. And everyone I've spoken to who's smoked it and has smoked a Siglo too will say it's comparable. So to me, that's how I look at the little grin on your face. That's how I learn about things. Instagram is nice if I want to just like be dumb for an hour. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'd rather read on my phone, the Financial Times, than look at Instagram and go, oh, okay.
When it comes to Instagram or YouTube or social media, right? These are basically little communities, right? They're like hobbyist communities, or
to an extent.
But the thing is this, Instagram starts suggesting stuff. This is all this thing that the word algorithm has become very popular between people who haven't got a fucking clue what the word algorithm actually means. Yeah, it's now everyone, algorithm, right?
The algorithm did this. The algorithm did that.
Mean, right? Okay. So it's a mathematical term. It's a series of operations conducted by a series of equations that give you a result depending on what you're looking for, right? Okay. So but people now use these words as their vernacular. Okay. So the reason I have tried many different cigars is not just my meanderings. It's also Instagram and social media have suggested when you've got a cigar Instagram, for example, and I've had one for maybe In recent times, the last 5 or 6 years, but really I've had one going since about 2012.
Wow,
Okay.
look at you.
Yeah, 14 years I've had
I
an
know.
Instagram account, right? Okay.
Oh,
And the thing is this, what happens, Instagram starts suggesting stuff, apart from
right.
pictures of naked ladies, right? Apart from that, right?
Whoa,
You get
whoa, whoa! I
you
don't
get
get
an
that one. I don't
exposure
get that
to a
one.
great deal of the cigar industry. Look, just right now, messages are plenty. I'm on the show,
Yeah.
and now anyone could have messaged me 30 minutes ago. No, now, yeah.
Are they messaging you with pictures of naked women, or are they just messaging you? I didn't
No.
get.
And the thing is this, I have tried cigars because they've been
Right.
promoted on Instagram, just out
Really?
of curiosity. I mean, the
Okay.
example I'll give you was that Platinum Nova. I just found
Hmm.
it, I found the Instagram account and their
Right.
pictures quite alluring. I thought, hey, you eat with your eyes first. And you thought, hey, let me try this cigar. Even El
Right.
Septimo, I tried because I saw it online.
Okay.
So
But
it's
see,
just another.
I don't do that. I'm very much I'll speak to you or Ben or whoever, and I'll be like, hey, what do you think of this? And you'll be like, oh, it's this, it's that. Or I'll go see my tobacconist or my chemist, if you will. And I'll go, what do you think of this cigar? And they'll tell me, but I have a group of chemists, for lack of a better term, who I trust. And they're not just going to be like, I'll go, what do you think of this cigar? Oh, it's great. You should try it. Okay. Or the one chemist I have will be like, your palate isn't going to like this, it'll like this. And those are the people I want to talk to. I may read something in an article or see something, but I don't like, oh my God, I kind of ask around. Because to your point, I don't want to smoke a shit cigar because see the other
Yeah, but
points we bring
you've
up.
got to accidentally
Sorry,
smoke. I mean, look. So this is kind of relevant to where I was going to take this
okay.
discussion. Once again, this is 2 weeks running. I've been triggered by an Aaron Sigmund article, right?
Right.
Okay, and what he did, he put up something about. He put up an article about Ernest Hemingway's drinking habits and
Right.
some of the cocktails that are named after Ernest Hemingway or Don Ernesto or
Right.
Papa, as he was called. So some cocktails have been made famous by him and have
Right.
kept his kind of influence going around the world, so like the Papa Doble, etc., right?
Right.
Now that reminded me, because quite a big Ernest Hemingway fan. I think I've read most of the books published by Ernest Hemingway. There's a couple I can't really get past them,
Right.
primarily because I don't want to finish them. If I finish them, I've kind of finished the collection. I want to keep them kind of
Right. Oh, because
strung
the
out.
person who reads the books is left for the summer. Who reads the books to you has left for the summer. Is that why you can't get through them?
That's exactly right.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
What is it called in
My
cigar
reader. My
terms? The
reader.
person that reads the books out. I can't remember
Yeah.
what that's called. It's a
Okay.
anyway. It's just. But the thing is this. So it reminded me of one of Ernest Hemingway's books called A Movable Feast, which is what
Right.
Aaron Sigmund was referring to, and it's basically his time around France and Spain. It's really about living life, moving from one location to another location, going from one restaurant to another restaurant, going from one social scene to another social scene. Obviously, at a time when social media didn't, I mean, the only thing that existed was not maybe yesterday's newspaper, but a newspaper that you managed to see and it was 5 days old, and that's how you would catch up on news around the world, kind of thing, right? Yeah. But the coolness of that time, and perhaps this is something, maybe this is what the article was alluding to, perhaps, apart from the cocktail recipes, was the meandering, wandering approach where you try things, you just take experiences as they come to you, whether it's food or drink or company, or even cigars. There's you have to try shit cigars, in my opinion, in order to appreciate the good ones. Otherwise, if you eat caviar, well, I mean, well, I pick a product, right? If you eat caviar every day, the value of the caviar is different to you than the first time you try it. Yeah. So a shit cigar for me is a cigar. For me, a shit cigar is a cigar that gives me no aroma, is brutal in its taste. There's no subtlety, there's no complexity. It's overwhelming. It's basically like eating either a dead chili or a 15 million Scoville hot chili, which there is no enjoyment in either of those two ends, if you know what I mean.
So if you remember when Usman was on the show, I used to say, if you want smoke and whatever, you smoke a non-Cuban. If you're looking for the complexity of a cigar and you're not so much worried about the smoke, then that's going to be a Cuban cigar. And so I'll go back to El Septimo's Empriao. I get that from that, which I enjoy. So, and we have a fan from Malaysia. Welcome. The first time we've had a Malaysian. I'm very excited about this. I don't know what to do. It says, I love a good cigar, but are not expensive. Well, of course, you're in Malaysia. Anyway, especially like me from Malaysia, I rest my case, our tobacco tax is high, especially the currency exchange. Well, I mean, like human trafficking, like everybody else.
Give him a recommendation. Give him or her a recommend. We don't know. I think.
I'm thinking Empriao. I don't know if El Septimo's in Malaysia. I think they are. Or unless he wants a Cuban. What would you recommend? A Siglo 2 is what you'll recommend Cuban.
No, actually, my recommendation is always the most flavorsome. Well, it's not the most flavorsome, but it's one of the most bang for buck cigars. Is the H. Upmann Half Corona. It's a short cigar, right?
Yeah.
I've never had a bad one. Never had a bad one. All the people in cigar lounges who are sommeliers or who are friends of mine or who know their cigars, 99% of them say, wow, it's just a fantastic smoke. It's just a fantastic smoke. It's a great introduction to Cuban cigars because it's not an offensive smoke. It's not too hard. H. Upmann tends to have a medium to mild kind of characteristic to it in terms of in terms of your cigar smoking experience. But really, if you start, so there's another school of thought. If you start with a shit cigar like a
Padron.
Padron, yeah. I'm not slagging off for the hell of it. Yeah, it's just my experience of it.
I
You
got
don't
you.
agree with
I
me?
got
No
it.
big deal, right? Yeah, you can
I
go
know.
and enjoy it. There are some people out there that enjoy driving shit cars. But they love it. Yeah, it's their thing. It's their choice. Or wearing shit clothes or whatever it is.
I got it.
These are just adjectives that we throw about because that's the way we are.
Right.
But if you want to try something representative of your future journey, H. Upmann Half Corona, on the Cuban side is a great cigar.
Yeah. And on the non-Cuban, I would say the Empriao or Davidoff makes anything.
Well, Davidoff all day long. I mean, we haven't spoken about Davidoff for a while, primarily because
the check hasn't cleared.
I love the Olivas. Okay, smoke more of them, less for us.
Can I tell you, I used to like Oliva, and then and I mean this with no disrespect to the gentleman or lady that likes Oliva, I used to smoke Oliva V's constantly, the double Toros and everything, and then my palate changed over time where they're good, but it's not something I enjoy daily. I enjoy my CAO Brazilian Amazon daily, and I enjoy my CA and my Empriao's daily now. Those are my two dailies, and everything else is just kind of a fun in between, like the Davidoffs and even the Rocky Patel one that I liked the other day. But I'm just saying. So yeah, but Davidoff.
It's got to be a body chemistry thing. Everyone, I mean, it's like us arguing about you like oranges and I like lemons. Yeah, I mean, there's no real argument. You like what you like. Okay?
Right.
But my thing or my assertion on this week's topic is far more about where you get your enjoyment, how you get it, and what cigar smoking. I think we talk about it all the time, but what we thought cigar smoking was about was basically a wandering journey of various experiences. And now people, of course, they're curating new types of experiences, events, and things like that, right? But really, I'm very much come to the conclusion that my favorite smoke is with me or one friend and maximum two friends. After that, the experience wanders in different directions. Well, and that's with any cigar.
Yeah, but so we had a question a couple of weeks ago. Guy was like, do you like to smoke cigars with people or by yourself? And the answer is yes. So it depends on my mood. Like I have every morning, which because we'll talk my mornings at 6:30 or 7 in the morning, I'm out with my Empriao or CAO Brazilian or Davidoff, whatever I'm smoking, and we talk. And I get my hour and a half cigar in first thing in the morning with my Milo and Scotch, and it's perfect. And that's
three's a magic number. More than three people, let's say it's four people, I just go quiet now.
What are you, three dog night all of a sudden?
No. I'm talking about in a cigar smoking circle, whatever it may be. Yeah, if there's 4 or 5 people, I just go a little bit quiet now.
Well, yeah, there's too many.
I honestly can't be bothered. I just want to genuinely, in fact, anyway, if anything, it forces me to focus on the cigar a little bit more.
Right,
to be honest with you,
Yeah.
um,
Well, there's too many
which is not a
people.
bad thing, but that's what happens.
You're like I like small groups. You know, like I went to an orgy once and I had a problem after. I didn't know who to thank. So I understand. I like a small, intimate, like to your point, 2 or 3 people, 4 at the most. Past that, if I'm at a lunch and we're smoking cigars and there's more than that, I tend to do what you do. I just sit there and I'm like, okay,
No,
I
no,
let everybody else talk.
I want you cool cats out there to experiment with this. Yeah, you'll find, unless you know everyone extremely well, four is not a magic number. 3 is a magic number. You have 4 people in a smoking group. Your identity starts losing itself a little bit. But that's what I find. Maybe your experiences are different. Maybe you've splendid people, have got hundreds and hundreds of friends, and you can have, these sort of, you have Instagram photos of people laughing and smiling
Yeah.
and really enjoying themselves, etc., right? And I'm good for them, yeah. But I frankly find it all false and fake, and
I
find
agree.
it
That's why we
crass.
do this. Now, our friend from Malaysia, just so you know, he says,
okay.
he's our new acquaintance from Malaysia. He says, yes, sometimes we like to smoke and be alone, and other times we group with a group of friends.
Well, sometimes you want to be on your own.
Right.
And sometimes you want to be with friends, which basically covers
90%
all
of
the
my own.
bases.
Yeah, well, that was good. That was a nice full circle. But I mean,
yeah. That's but I get the point. I guess the point that they're trying to make is that there's a time and place for everything, and I fundamentally disagree with that. You have to make the time and place.
you
I
personally
think,
make the time and place. I agree with that.
to be passive in life is not to extract the full nutrition of life. You have to go and get it. You have to make your own.
You can't be a passenger. You have to be the adventurer. You have to
You can
climb the
appreciate.
mountain.
Being a passenger means that obviously there are certain things out of your control. I get it, but make a full effort. Even as a passenger, I like to give directions. I'm that kind of person. Yeah, the ideal passenger to have.
Oh yes, turn left now. Left.
Yeah.
Oh yes. So I also like it's there you go. Hey, please read the comment. It's all about you.
I also like.
I like you, Reza.
I can't quite bring myself to give myself compliments. Yeah,
I'll
but
do
I
it for
also
you
like
because I
Reza.
like you,
Too many
Reza.
people in a group, like 4, too many people talking, and we're likely to be quiet. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's for any gathering, whether it's cigars or poker. Well, poker you need 4 people, right?
Yeah,
Okay, oh, not poker. Sorry, bridge. You need 4 people,
right.
but. I think one's personality gets lost. And back to the Ernest Hemingway or the Don Ernesto school of thought, I highly recommend, folks, if you guys are into cigars, right? If you guys are, and guys and gals, if you're into cigars, there's a book that you should read, and I'm not going to promote Aaron Sigmund's book here. I'm not talking about that, albeit they're excellent, right? I'm talking about Ernest Hemingway's A Movable Feast.
Right.
Which is perhaps written maybe 90-ish years ago, in the 30s, I think, 30s, 40s. No, it would have been written in the late 20s, 30s, right? It's almost 100 years ago. That describes what the lifestyle of a wandering journalist was when it came to drink, cigars, women. And Ernest Hemingway didn't apparently smoke that many cigars. I was again reminded by Mr. Sigmund. I don't know how many times I'm going to reference his name.
Because every time
but
you
he was
do,
more
you get
of a
a
pipe
dollar.
smoker.
But
sorry.
Every time you do, you get a dollar, and it's like Beetlejuice. If you say it enough time, he magically appears. So I know, right? So
no, but it's quite excellent because these things are more in my brain now. I'm kind of revisiting the old school way of smoking and enjoying life in social circuits, and so just a little bit of thought, not too much thought. This is where we do our thought on a Saturday morning.
And by the way, people, don't forget to subscribe and like while we're having thoughts.
Well, you'll have to play that video right
now. Okay, let me play the video really quick, and then we'll continue, because if I don't, then I'm remiss in my job. Really doing this, are you? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. There you go. It's a fun video to play. Yeah, it's 10 seconds. It's
I
like we
thought,
love that.
I thought we had enough time for a drinks break or something like that.
Yeah, we have the only drink breaks comes at the end. That's why I've got scotch and my Milo and a water on the side over here. I like this new tent that I have as my outdoor studio now. It's
Your
very
indoor-outdoor tank, is it?
It's my indoor-outdoor tank. It's very nice that the Mongolian government has set this up for me. So I want to thank them. They're very nice people. And you can't be.
You're not in Mongolia. You're in Kazakhstan. What?
Yeah, same thing. It's on the border. Nobody will know.
Yeah.
Kazakhstan. I'm in Caddyshack. But no, I think, the lifestyle. And because you and I are gentlemen of a certain age, I mean, you're older.
Yes, you are.
Right. And we look at cigars, and I want to say this is a time of romance, if you will. There's something, well, kind of. It's the old way of everything. Things were a little slower, like the people. No, things were slower. People had more depth to them. It wasn't this click, 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 boom, 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 click, 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 boom, 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 30 seconds. You lose everybody's attention in a minute and a half. So to me, that's what a cigar represents. That's why, like this little cigar, this little Belinda, it's very nice.
Let's see the ash. Let's see the ash on that. Is it a serious ash structure or no? What do we got?
It's a good ash structure.
And what is it like? You said it's kind of like it's a bit too mild. It hasn't really got much going for it, right?
No, really, it's like you know how I used to joke with people in Tampa. I'm like, it's like rolling up a palm tree leaf and smoking it. It's
what year would that cigar be?
I thought when we did the research, I think it was the late to mid 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
The late to mid 80s. Well,
Yeah.
You mean the mid 80s to late 80s, right?
Yeah.
So use that cigar to transport yourself back to my favorite year, 1985, when Back to the Future came out. Again, time travel.
Right.
And now you're smoking that cigar. Think of everything 1985, 86, and transport yourself back there to a time that's better music, better fashion, albeit with shoulder pads, etc., etc., etc. Back to the Future, skateboards, Converse shoes, the mid 80s, what was happening in Cuba at that time. Transport yourself back there, and then your cigar will start making more sense, in my opinion.
Well,
time traveling device, truth serum.
No, I got it. It's very nice. It's very mild.
Well, it's very nice is something we can say about a lot of things, but
right. But it's very mild.
Are you getting apricots? Are you getting
rural hedgerows? We know I don't get any of that. We know I don't get any of that crap because it's been tried to teach you. I don't taste any of this.
Basically, those leaves came out of the ground around the mid 80s.
Right. Or no, it could be longer.
And what you're tasting is the minerality, the water, the agriculture of Cuba in the mid 80s.
And for everybody that wants to know, that is the cigar I'm smoking.
Why don't you? We can take a screenshot. No, I can do that in post production.
There you go.
Production. What a word!
Wow, the Belinda Perfecto.
The Belinda Carlisle.
Belinda Carlisle, and
who incidentally was big in the 80s.
There you go. That's why
I'm total eclipse of the heart.
That's why I'm. No, it wasn't. She's not total eclipse of the heart. Belinda Carlisle
was that Bonnie Tyler?
No, it was somebody. Yeah, maybe.
No, it was Belinda Carlisle.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry.
Belinda Carlisle was the Go-Go's.
No. Belinda Carlisle was total eclipse of the heart. I think you'll have to Google these things.
Well, I don't have. One of the fans can Google it and tell us what Belinda Carlisle was favored for. Yeah, she was with the Go-Go's. Wasn't she with the Go-Go's? She's like Fantastic Summer or something like that. Well, anyway, that's the 80s. So the 80s were a blur.
I think Total Eclipse of the Heart might have been Bonnie Tyler, but I have a feeling it was Belinda Carlisle. Anyway, whatever it was, Belinda. In fact, that cigar might have been named after Belinda Carlisle. The Belinda.
I don't think so. You know what? It could have been used as the Belinda, like the Lewinsky. Could have been like the Monica. Just trying to help you out. Think through that one. Clinton, Monica Lewinsky.
That was in the 90s. Monica Lewinsky was in the 90s.
I know, but I'm just saying Belinda was ahead of it. I'm smoking her. Anyway, it's a very nice smoke. I've got 10 of these. So they were gifted to me by a dead person, after we threw him off the roof. Without knowing. He gifted it. Yes, right. Well, he said he could fly. I wanted to see. So it's really, we're going to do this now. So anyway, so
Blow
they were
some
gifted
smoke.
to
Blow
me.
some smoke. Let's have a because we can make a little short out of this with you sitting there in sort of like a singular fashion, enjoying your Belinda from the 80s.
Oh my God. Okay, good. Now you have your short. Um, but no, so I was gifted all these.
You look really short. You need to move the camera down slightly so that your head rises
There,
above
is
the
that
middle.
better?
There we go. Just
Oh,
basically, you were looking a bit like this.
oh, well, I'm just ahead. So, but yeah, no. So it's a nice cigar. It's kind of on the very very light side.
Hey, folks, you see how far the photos stretch up the wall?
Oh my God, what a
They just keep
child!
going and going and going. It's like Harry Potter's play. It just
Oh,
it's like almost 20 feet that way.
I know it's great. Or in the UK, it would be almost 5.5, 6 meters, 7 meters. Um, so but no, so I'm enjoying the smoke. Is it something? I mean, I think I have 10 of them. I think when I come to London, I'll probably bring you one, and I'll bring AJ one, and a couple other, and you guys can enjoy them. You can tell me what I'm missing, because you guys have a better palate for that. I just enjoy what I enjoy. So this is probably lost on me, but I'm very
Dip
grateful
it in
for it.
whiskey or tequila or whatever it is. Your enjoyment will increase exponentially.
I had 6 ounces of scotch before we got on the air, so my
Oh yeah, you
enjoyment's
needed it. You needed it to face me, I guess.
no, I needed just to face the planet every day. So
Ginning up. That's one of the cocktail recipes as prescribed by Ernest Hemingway.
oh, very nice. So
Can't
and then
remember. Can't. Sorry, now I'm tripping on my words because I've had a little bit too
too
much
much
today.
gin. Cheers.
Yeah.
That's why this is, let's just say, it's very nice. I'm assuming for you connoisseurs.
Thank you.
Yeah, yes, you, of course. Chow, maybe after hearing the Padron story, maybe not. AJ, I'm assuming. Christian, I'm assuming you guys would appreciate this more than I will. So I will save my leftover Belindas.
Oh, if it has some complexity or some aroma to it, if it's got some left, then anyone can appreciate it. Yeah, it's
It
just
has
when it's
very faint, very faint.
yeah, some people like that. It's just when there is just too much or there's nothing at all.
Right.
That's like an on or off switch. Either you
Yeah.
got like so much that you can't decipher anything, or so little you can't find anything. That's when I think there's. So
Yeah.
what I like personally, what I like is a balanced cigar, but the balance tilted in favor. When on your old car stereo system or whatever it
Mhm.
is, you could do the equalizer. You could
Right. Right.
adjust the bass, the
Yep.
treble, the pit, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I like a cigar balance with a slight tuning towards aroma
Gotcha.
because my aromatic experience is more desirable than the taste experience. The taste
Okay.
experience should be there, but and the same with food. It's really nice when you have a great steak and you can smell the steak before it comes to the table. It
Right.
already gets you enjoying that steak. You know what I
Right.
mean? The spiritual experience through
Mhm.
your sensory association with it before you've tasted it increases the taste itself.
Yeah. But I don't find, it's really weird. I mean, there's a lot of cigars out there
It's
that
like
don't have,
people. It's like people.
yeah,
There's some people who walk through a room, yeah, you just instantly dislike them. You haven't interacted with them. They haven't said
right.
anything. You just dislike them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what they say, you will
Yep.
dislike them
Yep. That's true.
because they have a face like a slapped ass.
Yeah. I've never heard that. I like that. I'm going to use that tomorrow at a meeting I have to go to. You have a face like a slapped ass. I like that. But that's
Yeah,
true.
you know that sort of sour.
Yeah. Oh, the sour. I played golf with a guy once. Never met him before. He joined our foursome. And for the minute he said hello, I didn't like him. And it was
Really,
sort of
no,
like,
that's
I
some gut
no reason
feeling.
why. He was like a very nice guy. Just there was something about him. And my buddy was like, past life thing. I was like, oh, good to know. So, I mean, I was like, yeah, sure, let's go with that. So,
It takes an intellectual mental leap to get past those things.
yes, well, I don't
Now,
know.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing, right?
Yeah,
There are some people who are disciplined enough to try. I mean, coming back to the topic of cigars, right?
yes.
They're disciplined enough to try all sorts of cigars. And then they have their favorites. And
Right,
there are some people, these days, especially with the social media thing, people have become a little bit snobbish or
right.
a little bit snooty or snotty
It's naughty.
about what they like and what they don't like. And they say, oh, I only smoke this.
Right,
Yeah,
right,
that's
right.
fine. That's cool as well. You could say that given a wide range of experience.
Right.
But smoking a shit cigar in itself can be fun. I mean, we're walking around, as I say, we walk around sort of Bond Street and Park Lane after midnight.
Right.
Three friends, me, Zhao, and Ruben. And one of us was smoking a truly shit cigar, but he was enjoying himself.
We don't want to mention any names, Chow. In fact, he was supposed to come on and smoke 3 cigars at once. Still, I'm still waiting for that.
I think he is present in reputation, and
Yes.
that's the aura that he may be lending to the show.
I just wanted to make sure. No, like I said, I think the lifestyle has changed over the years because that's what we were
You
really going to
think?
talk about. They think, and back in the day, you also remember there were no premium cigars in the 80s. It was a cigar. You know, you wouldn't do your tobaccoist or your chemist. You I want this, 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 and this. There were brands, but they're not like today.
Well, the younger generation is going to say, well, that's all very well, Mr. Nostalgic, but those
You're
days are
welcome.
gone. We're in a new world. We're in a world that's constantly evolving and developing, and you may have a sort of a golden age feeling about these things. And I sometimes, I don't, I'm a little bit conflicted. I
Right,
don't know if I should hang the hook on the stuff that I used to like
right.
or move forward with what's happening now.
I think you
Um,
do both, but I don't have to. I don't have to acquiesce to like, oh my God, this is an Instagram. I see ads for
ah,
cigars. All I used a
I,
big word.
I had a smoke was it last week? I had a
Yeah.
smoke last week with someone from the opposite sex. A classy cigar smoker. And you don't find many of these. One of the ladies in the cigar lounges. I can't remember which cigar lounge it was. It was a small one in Belgravia.
Here it
It
comes.
was Tom Tom, I think.
Tom Tom's probably.
And no one treated her badly. There was none of this feminism kind of thing where, oh, I'm standing up for women's rights in the cigar lounge. I mean, that's all fucking nonsense as far as you and I know,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nobody did that back in the 80s or 90s
No
when
one
we
did
would
that back
smoke
in here.
either.
This is just fucking false
Yeah.
stuff. And I'm referring
Right.
to exactly one of the conversations you and I had on a show a few months ago on here. If anyone wants it, put the link in the fucking description.
Right.
Like, comment, and subscribe, or just toss it away.
Right.
So that was quite a pleasant experience, and that was what again part of that sort of like sitting around in a small circle, semi-intellectual conversations
Right.
about relatable aspects of life, and that was excellent. I really enjoyed that. So I think there is life and hope in the cigar smoking scene as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, you have to look for it. You have to trawl for the intelligent and enjoyable company. It doesn't just appear. You have to look for it.
You have to pick. It's like you have to choose your friends or your company or your acquaintances wisely. You
Yeah, I
just,
mean,
to your
you
point.
have to. I guess you have to swim with all the fish, but after a while, you pick the fish that you want to swim with. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
mean, you meet people and you go, I really like them. I want to smoke cigars with them, or I don't like them and I don't want to smoke
No,
cigars with
and there are
them.
some
But
people I really detest.
yeah,
I'm not always a very positive person. Sometimes I can go negative as well. Yeah,
it's hard to
there are some
believe.
complete fucking knobends out there that I would rather just slap
Okay,
than smoke. And you knobends, know exactly who you are.
can we mention
Uh,
them?
um, well, they're the kind of people that take themselves too fucking seriously. Anyone who takes himself too seriously,
Right,
as far as I'm concerned,
from
is a
America
complete knobend, right?
and wears a suit.
Sorry.
I said they're from America and they wear a suit. Keep going.
I mean, you can
Yeah.
wear a suit. You can do whatever you feel like. You could dress up. You can do cosplay. You can pretend you're a British public school boy, even if you're not a British public school boy. You can pretend a lot of things, yeah,
Okay.
just to make a little bit of money, or
Yeah, yeah.
maybe because you're in love with a lifestyle that you can't be part of, or you want to pretend to be part of. It's
Right.
called cosplay.
Okay.
And the younger and the younger the younger cigar smokers, and we'll say younger, you and I are approximately 110, 120 years old. I'm talking about those people who are slightly younger than us.
Got it.
They love to dress up and
Yeah.
play something that they're not. People
Right.
walk around in stupid hats and silly colored trousers and fly Union Jacks, and they're clearly not. It's all that kind of thing. It's just
Yeah.
a lot of it. You're more than welcome to do it. No one's stopping you doing it. Enjoy yourself, right? But at the risk of looking completely silly.
That's why I like. That's why there's something about the good old days where nobody gave, pardon my French, a fuck. You smoked a cigar with your mates, or you smoked a cigar by yourself, or you smoked a cigar after dinner or during dinner, and you enjoyed it. I remember.
I agree with you. I
That's it.
think the one thing that has been lost is not completely, but there was. We've grown up in a time where people didn't really care so much.
Right.
They really did the things that befitted them, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Now people do things for publicity, for vanity,
Mhm.
for I don't know, community, and it's kind of changed, and that's the reality of the world now. That's just the way it is, right?
But that doesn't mean I have to
Do you
conform
know
or
something?
like
I've
it.
had about 80 messages whilst we've been doing the program, and
Well,
before
you're
that, only
popular.
one message.
Yeah. Well, that's because they know this is when they can get a hold of you because you're going to actually look at your
No, they
telephone.
can't get a hold of me, right? It is what it is.
Well, they know that you're on your phone. This is why they're doing it. They watch the show and they do it at the same time. No, but just because that's today's world, I don't have to conform. I only have to conform in the business world to an extent. Like I have to use AI because I have to stay on top of things. I use AI every morning to give me a morning brief. It's like, great. I love it. I go, here's what I want to know. It already knows it. It gives me like 3 pages of what's going on in the world, whether it's econ, finance, cigars, cars, whatever I want. It gives me my brief every morning so I can stay up to things before I read the Financial Times or watch Bloomberg. That I have to, if you will, not conform, but get it used to. My old world, old school values, if you will, or how I smoke a cigar, who I choose, or how I choose to do it. I don't have to change that. I don't have to become a pussy like the rest of the planet, and be worried that I offend this person. I don't care if I offend you. And like we talked once, I'm offended that you're offended because you have no balls, type of thing. So I don't worry about that. I'm not, as I said to one of my associates the other day, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here just to be me. This is my little world. It's, I get to be here as ever long I be, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not here to conform to make someone else feel better. If you don't like things I say or do, get the fuck out. And that's how I look at it. And that's a very old world, old school thing. Always a gentleman, though. But if I don't like something, I have no problem saying it. You say something to people today and they all get offended. Like, oh my God, how could you say that? It's easy. See, I thought it came out through my mouth and then words formed and then there you go. And I think people don't understand that. They're all politically, we're going to hurt this one's feelings, that one's feeling, we're going to do this and that. And I think that's a big issue today. I think people don't understand that that's the part of the problem that we have. Like when you talk about your shit cigars, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? But you'll never get an influencer saying a cigar is shit. Full stop.
For God's sake, there's no end of messages. There's no
Did you listen to
end of
anything I just
messages.
said, or are you just
It's
looking at
almost
your
as if I'm live on Instagram. I haven't. But
you hear anything I just said, or are you too busy reading your messages?
Sorry?
That's what I thought. Okay. So I said, you're a marvelous person, and I love what you're doing, and you're great. You just keep it up, baby.
It was a joke. I was just joking. I listened to your entire soliloquy relating to the world of cigars and how you find that it has become a very offensive world where people are offended very easily, and you just
the whole
say
world's
what you
that
feel
way.
like. Yeah, but it's not just about cigars. We just live in a different world, and so the point is to the cool thing about the cigar hobby is that it's a historically ingrained hobby that maybe 50, 60 years ago, specifically because of cigar influencer number one, which was Fidel Castro, if you feel like it, yeah?
Right.
He was cigar influencer number one.
Would it be that, or would it be Zeno Davidoff?
No, it was Fidel Castro.
No. Winston Churchill. Wouldn't he be cigar aficionado?
I think you may have stopped me in my tracks. I think he could be. Clearly he's on par, but I would have thought that in terms of the marketing of Cuban cigars, if you were to point to a cigar influencer, it would be Fidel Castro. Gotcha. I think, right? Because of that aura of that sort of rebelliousness, that sort of militia, guerrilla warfare. Communism, the greens, the green fatigues, the cap, the double watch, which I used to do for a while. Actually, I didn't realize that Castro did it, but I used to do the double watch for many reasons. Yeah. But
wait. Why do you wear a double watch?
I used to. I stopped doing it maybe I stopped doing that around COVID. I think I think
But
around.
why would you wear? Why do you need two watches? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I just did.
Oh,
The
okay.
reason I had two watches, I had an analog watch and I had the digital, the
Oh, the
iWatch,
iWatch.
right? So
Gotcha,
what I
gotcha.
had
Okay.
is a watch there and the digital on the inside, because then all your this is when iWatches were kind of a little bit more popular.
Okay.
Is it iPhone? Yeah, and I was kind of doing the double thing, and I thought, hey, it looks quite elegant, and also it was quite useful. It was quite practical because I
Okay.
like the concept of an analog watch. I don't really wear one right now because my eldest has taken my prized possession. She's taken my prized possession, right?
Right.
Okay, but I'm not really into watches. I'm into time, if you know what I mean. I
Sure.
think that's a quote that you can attribute to Reza. No one else has said that quote
I'm not
ever.
into watches. I'm into
I'm not
time.
into watches. I'm into time.
David's gonna
I
see
think
this,
that's quite beautiful. I
it
think we have to
is.
stop at that. That's actually a beautiful quote, and I can
Yeah.
guarantee you, no one like Oscar Wilde or Socrates came up with that quote. I don't like
Can I
watches. I'm
can
not
I
into
tell you?
watches. I'm into time.
And the time, can I tell you the best part about that is David's gonna see the show, and next week there'll be merch that says Rizza says, "I'm not into watches.
It's a
I'm
fucking
into
good
time."
quote. I
I like
by
it.
my own standards, I know that
I know.
that's
And the nice thing is that your humility and modesty is there with you when you bring it when you came up with it. It's just right here. It touches me. So,
you never own a Patek Philippe. You merely pass it from one generation to another generation.
what kind of bullshit is that? You own it. The kids don't get squat. Fuck them. So I had this conversation last night with somebody. We're talking about family offices and generational wealth. This is definitely my old school mentality. Really, really, we're doing this again.
Yeah,
We're
the
doing this
focus is
again.
on you. Let's go with your anecdote. Let's go with your soliloquy, your
Okay,
monologue.
so here's what
Your
I feel like I'm a mafia boss. Like, here's what we're gonna do.
zoom in,
No,
zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Get close to the camera. Get close.
no,
Lean
I don't want
into
to
the
scare the
camera
fans.
for the full effect.
I don't want to scare the fam. No, but we were talking about this, and they're like, oh, they're building their family office for generational wealth, and they're going through all this crap and blah blah blah. And they said, what about your family office? I go, fuck them. It's for me. It's for me to spend, for me to enjoy. I don't care what they have. I'm like, I'm not here for them. I literally had to struggle to do everything I did. The help and advice I got, by the time I got it, I was in my 30s or 40s. It didn't matter. You have to make it on your own. Like, I paid for my own education. I did it. I'm like, and you give your kids everything and you wonder why they're soft. And he was like, well, I mean, I'm like, no. Well, I mean, nothing. It's like they have to learn, and I think that's part of the old school world thing. But everybody's different. So there you go. I don't know. That just reminded me of that because then we went on a cigar tangent on that same phone call.
The messages won't stop. They just won't stop. They won't stop.
Really? Right here. Focus here. Focus here. There you go, Toddler.
Yeah.
So.
But that's the creative part. When we get together and do these things, we come up with thoughts and ideas that we then go off and use in our actual lives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that quote about Patek Philippe, I've realized is true. You'd never own one. You just pass it from one generation to another. It's like wealth.
Do you really believe that, though? What happens if I buy it?
I do believe it because I read it in a very expensive magazine on the front cover.
Oh, the Rob Report. Okay, great. So
it was probably the inside page of GQ in the 1990s.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's when I used to read GQ. You see reading all these expensive magazines. When I say expensive, these sort of glossy magazines. It's not something I do anymore. The only magazine that there are only two magazines that I'm interested in. I don't really read them. I don't physically buy them, but I kind of look at their social media online, or I'll look at them on YouTube in some way or the other, or on Instagram. Unbelievably, is the New Yorker magazine.
It's a good one.
I find it very arty. I find it very funny. I find it very
intellectual.
Well, it's not intellectual. I don't know if it's intellectual. I just find it relatable. I find it, even though I'm not from New York, right? And the other one is Punch, the very famous British satirical magazine.
Right.
After which, well, not directly but indirectly, the Punch brand is named. The Cuban Punch brand is not named after Punch, but they have the same root, which is the Punch and Judy show.
Right.
But yeah, because anything with humor in it, or anything with humor that I can relate to. I'm not talking about, what is that magazine in
Bad
the USA?
Magazine?
Mad magazine. Not
Oh,
that.
I love Mad
I find
Magazine.
that
That was the best.
unrelatable. I find it unrelatable.
Oh, are you kidding? When I was a kid, I had a subscription to that. It was
Really?
awesome. Yeah. Here's what I used to read: the Rob Report. In fact, I got a 20-year subscription to the Rob Report. It ran out like in 2025 or 2023 or something. So I had a 20-year subscription for that. The problem with the Rob Report is it went from talking about luxury and to just becoming basically 700 pages of advertising. And so the last 5 years, I wouldn't even look. I'd be like, nope, 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 nope. And then they would do what they thought was the top 10. And even their cigar choices, I was just like, to your point, these are shit cigars. Like, no one's going to buy this crap. How much did you have to pay to get this cigar in this magazine? So.
By the way, that reminded me, I was talking about GQ and talking about Rob Report, right? Actually, I evolved onto a different magazine, which I don't read anymore, is Esquire. I found Esquire. Again, these magazines are like perhaps more than half, maybe 50-60% loaded with adverts. But even the adverts are interesting, apart from that, some of them are very nice, depending on the photography, because they were proper photographers that would do these adverts, right? Yeah. They do give you an indication of flair where the world is going. Even the adverts give you. So you may recall in the 90s and noughties. Well, I was at that time learning to trade securities. Unbelievably, I have that background. Right, I was learning to trade securities. I had a mentor who was very, very, if not one of the top guys at SG Warburg's.
Okay.
In New York, and he was my mentor. And his thing was, you buy all the newspapers and all the magazines of the day or the week, and you just open them up and see whose adverts are the biggest.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing was, that was showing you which company was either doing very well or doing so badly that it had to take big adverts out. If you know what I mean, there were market indicators. If you know what I mean.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, this is 25 plus
this
years
is like ago. This is like 35, 40 years ago.
Pre-social media, that was the way of gauging where industry was going. And I believe to some extent it still is the way of gauging where industry is going and where trends are going.
Right.
But social media, such as Instagram and YouTube, whatever, is still an interesting way of gauging where things are going. You may not agree with them, you may not like them, but that's an interesting gauge.
Yeah.
And so where you've got all these dandies and gypsies and monkeys and intellectuals. You've got a whole range of people, right? New cigar smokers, old cigar smokers who interact with each other or don't interact with each other on Instagram or YouTube.
Right.
Just in that kind of interaction or non-interaction, you can see, I mean, there are many, many people who follow my Instagram account who never interact with me. They just watch every fucking thing. Yeah? They watch everything. They'll never drop me a message. They'll never like anything, but they're constantly watching.
Yeah.
And they're watching because they're watching a whole bunch of other people and they're looking at trends, like who's smoking what, why are they smoking this, etc., etc. Or just out of curiosity. And then there's people who'll interact with you and say, Reza, you're a complete knob end.
Yes, that is true. I get that. I get people that say they love me.
There are more people who don't interact with me who think that than there are people who actually interact with me and say that. So you know what? You get those market indicators. We are market indicator kind of people.
I like that. I do. So for the social media side of what we do, I enjoy it because I do like, kind of like here when the fans comment. I like the fans that leave comments or say that's really cool, and I respond. I've had people that say things, I can't even respond to that. But if they say something, I usually, as you know, try to respond back. I mean, I'm like, hey, thank you for the comment. Thanks, whatever. We always try to respond back. I do, at least. I mean, because I don't have, like you do, 17 billion people following you. I have 5. So it's easy for me to respond back to the 5 fans. So, I'm assuming at one point I'll be too big.
Oh, you respond to everyone? I respond to everyone as well.
I respond to everybody.
Anyone who sends me a message, I respond to them.
I respond to everybody, even the guys who try to sell me their cigar brand. They'll be like, you should try our cigar. And I'm like, then send it. They're like, well, you could buy it at your local.
I do it as a courtesy. I don't do it as publicity. I just do it as a courtesy.
No, I do it as, I figure if you took the time to say something or, you put fire on it because you like the story.
You meet someone on the street, right? And they say hello to you. You just don't just
say hello back.
Them. You say hi back, yeah?
Well, no, the kids today just keep walking. There's a difference. That's old school. I say hello to people when I walk. And people just look at me like I have 3 heads. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, where were you brought up, in a barn? And it's like, I'm just shocked at that. I don't understand. I don't understand the logic today. Here's an interesting thing I got in my daily brief from my AI, that the Nicaraguan cigars are taking over the Dominican cigars. They're outselling.
Are they?
They are, according to my AI brief this morning. My AI brief gives me, like I said, the world, finance, blah 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 blah. It also gives me briefs on cigars and whatchamacallit. And
you heard it here. You heard one man's opinion. The best Padron cigars.
Yeah.
And I know he wouldn't be smoking anything else. The best Padron cigar, I couldn't fucking stand it. I had one puff, two puffs. I couldn't stand it. I don't get it.
I don't like the one that you're talking about. I do like the 1926 cigar that they had, 1926 Natural, series number 1. I like that one. I enjoy that Padron. But my problem with Padron, I think we spoke about.
But there are plenty of people who love Padron.
I know that. But my problem with Padron is, for that kind of money, I don't want it box pressed. I want it hand rolled.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand why you box press it. There's something, once again, old world, old school. I like the fact that rolly.
Dude, I smoked, was it yesterday?
Dude. Ooh, he's
yesterday
like a lady.
or the day before yesterday. I smoked something, it's done now. I've even posted it. Raven brought over, I smoked an exceptional Cuban cigar. Exceptional.
Really?
I'm going to leave people guessing. It was between 57 and 59 ring gauge.
Okay.
And I put photos up on my Instagram account, which is
right there.
Vida.
Right there.
If you can guess what I was smoking, it's unlikely you're going to guess. There's one person who called me yesterday.
Really?
Well, no, he didn't call me. I called him.
Ah.
And I'm not going to be disrespectful by saying his name out loud. Right. He fucking nailed it. And I was shocked. But then I shouldn't have been shocked, because he has smoken them before, as they say.
Is that the person that's named?
No, don't say his name out. We're giving too much bloody publicity, right? I think.
No, we're not going to give
him. I'm not saying. I'm not. We've given him so much publicity. There are so many people that have been going to that place as a result. I say this in a nice way. Yeah.
No, you're not. Anyway, hey, our friend from Malaysia says maybe they should come out in 2, box pressed and regular. He's talking about the Padrones. I agree with that.
Maybe they should come out in 2 box press. He's talking about you. You should come out in 2.
I'm not coming out. Stop it, fella. No. But some people like box press because of the mouth, because of the mouth feel. Listen. I guess he's talking about women now. I don't know. But no, I don't like box press. To me, I don't know. I just can't get my head around it. I mean, I'll smoke a Padron once in a while. I'm not a fan of the box press at all. To our friend in Malaysia's point, I would love it if they did a hand rolled one. I think the 90th anniversary is hand rolled. The one that Zhao was smoking, the one that you're talking about. If I'm not mistaken, it's the hand rolled. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's the hand rolled one. So we don't want to give credit to AJ apparently, but AJ, Reza wants me to show you this.
Give me a second. Just give me a second. Carry on.
Oh, no problem. AJ, Reza wants me to show you this. So you're going to have to watch the show. This is the Belinda Perfecto. He says you will know more about this than anybody. So there you go. That is the Cuban I had today. And it's great that I'm here by myself now. I'm going to do a puppet show here in a couple seconds. And while we're waiting for Reza to return, everybody, let me just do this. So you guys don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. All right, you're back. Thank you. So I put the Belinda thing up there so AJ
the Belinda Carlisle.
The Belinda Carlisle, so AJ can see it and then tell me what it's really all about.
When did AJ come up all of a sudden? Yeah, AJ is walking around. By the way, AJ is a cool cat. You know why?
You like AJ?
Yeah,
we have to promote.
I do. He's got fight in his eyes. He's
got savoir. AJ's got savoir faire.
No, I don't want to give him false compliments, and I don't want to give compliments for his benefit for any reason, yeah? But the thing is this. There are some people you meet, and that man, I know you're listening. You're walking around the shop saying, oh, please smoke the cigar. There's no need to talk about money. Just pay when you leave. And it's sort of like he puts a £1,000 cigar in your hand. Right. And you kind of feel like, oh, fuck, I might as well smoke this. You know what I mean? So have the lighter, take it away, take the
Yes, because
lighter away. It's charged merely of £17,000.
that's right. Just don't worry
Fucking
about it.
hell, AJ.
Yeah.
Oh, by the
You're a
way,
good guy.
talking of lighters, right?
Yeah,
After a long time,
it's back.
uh, 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 Christian at TomTom has a
Yep,
lighter at TomTom, an ST DuPont, right? An
of
ST
course. God
DuPont that
forbid.
I've liked after a long time. It is is it the Olinsky? So look, it's got the King Kong. It's like the King Kong edition, and it's in
Oh wow.
gold. So
Yeah.
line two, and it really feels nice in the hand. It has a nice look
Right.
and an amazing cling to it, right?
Of course it does.
And unlike some of the AJ's
There we go.
merchandise, it's not
Uh-huh.
priced at £800 million. It's a very reasonably. It's a very reasonably priced. Sorry, the drink is getting.
Reasonably priced. Yeah, I'll
It's a
give you one
reason,
for
or
you.
the
Reasonably
Chinese
priced.
game. Yeah, it's a reasonably priced lighter,
Okay.
right?
It's a
Okay.
reasonably priced lighter.
It can be yours for a mere £1,200,
Well,
£1,250.
you know what's cool? It's cheaper than
No,
the ST DuPont Penguin lighter that you sent me for €49,000.
yeah, but if you buy from AJ, there's a premium from buying from AJ because there's special. There's probably about £6 million.
Well, that's because you get to talk to AJ. It's the lighter's like three pence. The 6 million pounds is the privilege to head down.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is those messages about? We really have the. You see, I stay out of politics when it comes to these things, right? Let's
Listen,
have
we
a
have
political.
some guy giving head at a pharmacy. He says, "Fact you Israel." I don't know what that means. I don't know what KSM Israel means either.
That's obviously aimed at one of us, and I don't know. I don't think
I'm not.
I don't
I,
think it's the one
I
that you
don't know
think
which
it
one.
is.
I don't know which one it's for though. And then we have wait. We have KSM Israel. Wait, we have Free Palestine and Fact You USA. First of all,
Oh God!
FACK.
Well,
FA.
this is the
Uh,
inclusiveness of the audience that you attract,
we
Stephen,
we attract. Don't me.
on your
It's not like
Habanos
I do
show.
it. First of
Hey,
all,
play the subscription. Play the subscription
oh,
thing. The
I did.
lights
I
on it.
did before. I did.
Do it again. Do it again.
Oh,
Do
do
it
it again
again. Do it
because
again. Do it again.
you got the Fact You guy here.
No,
Hey,
do it
Fact
again.
You.
Do it.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Oh, really? Yeah, what you have to go do? I knew you were going to do that. By the way, here's the problem. Here's the problem I have. This gentleman, and please don't
Have you liked the way that I've slowly introduced you to this medium of presenting yourself? It's like a slowly. Before you used to react badly. Now you're kind of getting used to
Now
it.
I'm just like I'm going to do a puppet show. I'm going to bring
It's
a
like
hand puppet and
cognitive
just do
behavioral
this.
therapy. You're
Yeah, I know.
slowly
I see that. Here's the funny thing. I don't know what FACK means. USA. I don't know. I don't understand that. So I'm going to say no clue. And if you're trying to say the other thing, and if you're going to write this
I know what
crap,
they're trying to say.
I
They're
know.
trying
Then
to
write it.
no,
Then
no, hang
have
on, hang
some
on.
balls
Let me
and write it
interpret the
out.
language. Let me
Please,
interpret the
please,
language.
please.
What they're
Fact
trying
you
to
guy.
say is Padrons are totally shit cigars.
Oh, that's what that means. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it means.
Well, I
What it
don't
also
really.
means is
Yeah.
please try Cuban cigars. They have the
Yeah.
best aromatics in the
There you go.
cigar world.
There you go.
And
There you
if
go.
you really want
Belinda.
something other than Cuban, smoke Davidoffs.
No, see, and also our other favorite cigar, which is the Emperor Yao from El Septimo.
I don't
Septamo.
quite know how that's made into the mix. How did you discover the Emperor Yao, by the
You
way?
gave it. We've already discussed it 20 minutes ago in the show. You, my friend, 3 years ago said to me, "I tried this fantastic."
Rumor has it that in London, rumor has it. It's
Yeah,
just rumor.
it's
Unless
rumor.
someone tells me that
Yeah.
someone in number 6 might be stocking Arturo Fuente sometime soon.
Big deal. Who cares?
Just watch the reactions. So I get these stupid phone calls. Not stupid.
I know.
These
Well,
these,
you know what would
these
be
really
interesting
angry, crassy phone calls.
if they stock some some of the Opus X's are really good. The Fuentes,
No.
some of them are. So I had the Opus X in the
It's an
black
opinion.
tube.
I can have my
I
opinion.
know,
Yeah?
no, I'm just saying the black
They're just
tube.
shit. They
The
look
black,
nice. They got great bands. Yeah, just shit.
the black tube ones are okay. Those are the ones I like. If I'm going to smoke an Opus
Basically,
X.
Aaron Sigmund wrote a whole book about shit cigars.
Well, because that's what he does, and people
But
buy
he
it.
wrote it very well. It looks great. Yeah, but
It uses big words. It's very nice. So, and the person who read it to you, they read it really well.
Unfortunately, I can't read. This is why I've got Substack. By the way, I very serious now. I do recommend you splendid people out there, you cool cats out there, even those even the people on here just to
They can't
discombobulate me.
spell.
Yeah? Go to Substack download Substack and follow me on
Aaron Sigmund.
Substack. I'm A Lizard with an E on the end on Substack.
Wait.
And
You're on Substack? What are you
I'm
talking
on
about?
Substack. I'm on Stack Subs. I'm on
Oh,
Substack, right?
who
And
you
I
are?
am not doing so. My output on Substack is different to my output anywhere else.
What's your output on Substack? I can't wait to
Well,
hear.
you'd have to go there to find out what my output on Substack is. That's the
Fine.
whole fucking point of this, yeah. But I do recommend, and I say this in a very nice way, without any sort of like without having been paid or anything like that. Follow Aaron Sigmund. He's been putting up some nice, provocative, but very nice, very cool lifestyle articles about cigars and drinks, etc.
He just put up a new one yesterday.
And if you can't read, you can click the button, and the article gets read out to you by sort of like a very famous orator like James Mason. You can have an article read to you with James Mason speaking.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That I would do.
Wouldn't that be cool?
No, you know who I'd like my article to be read to me by? Rodney Dangerfield. Bill Murray, Rodney Dangerfield, this guy.
I think I did it best. I think one of the most notable voice actors would be James Mason, or also that actor who played Shere Khan in Jungle Book. I can never remember his name. Very, very distinguished British actor.
Yep, I know who you're talking about.
The
guy who did Root, Alex Kelly.
Poor guy.
Who's the guy that Darth Vader's voice too? Alex
James Earl Jones.
Thank you. He would be good.
Yeah, but then forever you'll be thinking that Darth Vader is speaking. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm okay with that. Yeah. By the way,
Morgan Freeman, Shawshank Redemption fame.
Yeah, he would be good.
I wonder who would be the. Oh no, I've just killed it. I've got the best one.
Go.
I've got someone who any cigar article should be read by Orson Welles.
Oh, that would be a beauty. That's nice. I like that. I like it.
So if I wrote an article on Substack and Orson Welles was reading it out, that would be outstanding, because then it would lend credence and gravitas. Those are words in English, by the way, to the article.
I like that. That is awesome. All right, I'm gonna have to whatchamacallit. I'm gonna have to now. Every time I read your Aaron just put out an article yesterday. Excuse me.
I have a feeling that Hendawi Pharmacy is actually Aaron Sigmund incognito.
Really?
I get that feeling.
All right. Well, Aaron, thanks for
coming. It could be AJ Patel. It could be. Wow. It could be a whole host of. But I think that a lot of these people that come and try and discombobulate us are people that we actually know, and they're sort of who that is, or pulling our legs.
I think it's Kirby.
Who?
Kirby.
Which one?
Yeah, that guy, the Kirby guy, the one who wears a suit that wants to be British.
That would be crass for Kirby.
that'd be too intellectual. Anyway, I think it was very good. Next week, I want to ask this live on the air. Will I have a purple lighter in my hand next week?
It's over here.
I know it's over there, but will it be here next week?
Well, that's the aim, but it's over there.
I know it's over there, but will I be able to?
Vida.
Yes, it's there. I got that. Well, next week when I light my cigar,
I can see it from here. It's on my table.
That's really great. And since we're not doing Star
Trek, it's in the box with the logo on it.
No, I got that part. So
just there, maybe about a meter away.
Yeah, no problem. Will it make it here? Because I would love next week to light my cigar with my purple lighter.
Yep. It'll make its way to you. You can mention what that lighter is about. The purple one, we were talking about the SD DuPont Penguin.
Yeah.
This
is better Penguin. Than that.
It's the same color. It's the exact same color.
But it's better because it comes from one of our guests.
Don't give out too much. Once you get it, open it, show it, unbox it.
I will. I'm going to. I'm going to do a whole. I learned on my iPhone.
Unless it is confiscated at the U.S. Customs end.
Why would it be confiscated? It's a lighter with no fluid in it. I'm going to have to put fluid in.
You got a packet of cigarettes, yeah?
I do?
You got a packet of cigarettes. You're stuck on a desert island.
Sure.
And you have nothing to light your cigarette with. How do you light your cigarette?
Don't care. I don't smoke cigarettes.
What you do is you take the packet of cigarettes. They normally have 20 cigarettes. You take one cigarette out.
Yeah.
And you throw it away.
Okay.
And then your packet of cigarettes becomes a cigarette lighter.
Okay. I'm listening.
And with that lighter, you can light the cigarette.
Okay. Okay. I know that, and in some circles in London, apparently that's hysterical. Not so much. Oh, wait, we have somebody that's writing something. Christian, this guy in the hat looks like something Metcliffe's father. I don't know who that is. I don't know. Keep the expensive lighter inside the luggage, not hard carry. Yes, thank you.
Oh, no, this is being sent by post. Thank you for that advice. It's being sent
by
by
post.
the United States Postal Service.
Yeah, we're screwed. We were actually going to have someone hand deliver it, but I don't want to mention any names. They forgot to give it to the person to bring it back.
I forgot to give it to them. I forgot.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that. I don't want to. I want to embarrass you.
Drunken evening out.
In front of our fans. Who's Austin Metcliffe? Matcliffe. I don't know who that is.
Metcalf.
Who's that guy?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I don't know if that's a compliment. Is that hey? What's your name? Christian Gen Z, whatever the hell your name is. Is that a compliment, or are you like trying to diss me? I'm just curious. I thought
I suspect.
Oh, wait. Was stabbed to death by Camilla Anthony? I still have no clue. Still no clue.
It must be U.S. centric. I don't know.
Apparently. So good thing that our show isn't much more. It's nice that we have fans that like bring in the really good thing. You know, it's like, oh yeah,
from the sublime to the ridiculous, as they say.
I know. Well, that's what happens when you do a live show and let people comment. Maybe we won't do that. Now we will, because we actually do get good comments, like the gentleman from Malaysia. So
okay, the messages I'm getting,
Look at the messages I'm getting. So there you go. So all right, are you gonna come back for the grand finale?
No.
Are you? No. He's like, nah, I'm done. I'm good.
Let's do a wind up. Let's do the wind
up. Well, wind up. Let's first, before we wind up, let's just say hello to everybody on Instagram. Thank you for watching, everybody on Instagram. We're sorry we couldn't get to your comments, but you got to watch and comment here on the YouTube for that, and then that's it. Anything else we want to say before we go? Wait. We have somebody commenting again. What do we have? Famous case.
The most famous legal case in the past 12 months. I don't know.
I guess if you care what happens in the United States, I'm sure it is. If you're worried about the globe, then probably not. Okay, that's it, kids. That's all we have. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like. We will be back next week, I'm sure, with some of our fans. And if you want, you can catch the rebroadcast of this later on today on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. It'll be on tomorrow if you missed any part of it. Or you can watch it on Instagram later today as well. And that's it. Reza, you have any final thoughts for the kids before we run away?
Take care of yourselves and of each other.
And then what was the other thing? I don't like watches. I just like time.
I'm not into watches. I'm into time.
There you go. That's the thought. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Cheers.